Hi, everybody. It's Neil Thompson. I am the founder of Teach the Geek. It's an online platform for STEM professionals. The first offering of Teach the Geek is a public speaking course called Teach the Geek to Speak. To learn more about the course, please visit teachthegeek.com. Again, that is teachthegeek.com. I came across this interesting article from the Harvard Extension School. It was 10 tips for effective public speaking, and three of them really jumped out to me. But the 10 of them are, let's read them out. Number one, nervousness is normal. Practice and prepare. Number two, know your audience. Your speech is about them, not you. Number three, organize your material in the most effective manner to attain your purpose. Four, watch for feedback and adapt to it. Five, let your personality come through. Six, use humor, tell stories, and use effective language. Seven, don't read unless you have to. Work from an outline. Eight, use your voice and hands effectively. Omit nervous gestures. 9, grab attention at the beginning and close with a dynamic end. And then 10, use audiovisual aids wisely. And then they have one more paragraph that states, practice does not make perfect. Now let's start with number 1. That one really jumped out to me. Nervousness is normal. Now I know a lot of people, when they think about becoming a better public speaker, maybe one of their major goals is, I don't want to be nervous when giving a speech. Well, here's the thing. You're always going to be nervous giving a speech, and that's normal. We're human beings. Frankly, I don't even look at nerves as bad. Nerves to me is just a sign that you care about the outcome. You care that the audience gets what you want them to get out of the speech. That's all nerves is just a physical manifestation of that. So I just say embrace it. Use that nervous energy to really punch up your speech and just make it more, I guess, dynamic than it would have been. So don't look at nerves as a bad thing. I mean, look at it as a good thing. It just, as I said, it shows that you care. That's all nerves are to me. And that's how I've always looked at them. And then one other thing that jumped out to me here is don't read unless you have to. I know I read the tips here. So do as I say, not as I do. But when you're actually giving a speech, I think it's a good idea to not read, because when you read the speech, then you're looking down. And when you're looking down, you're not looking at the audience. And if you're not looking at the audience, it's much more difficult to engage them than just looking down at a sheet of paper and reading. And frankly, especially if I'm sitting in an audience, if you're just reading the speech, you could have just given me the speech to read, and I could have read it in my own time. I mean, I'm sitting in the audience to hear from you, to actually look you in the face, and then see what your reactions are to what you're saying, and just trying to get engaged with what you're saying, so I might listen more attentively to what you're saying. That's another thing. When you are reading your speech, it's much more difficult for the audience to really focus in on what you're saying. Because they're not engaged, their minds are going to wander, and they're going to think about other stuff. And you don't want them thinking about other stuff. You want them thinking about what you're actually saying. I mean, you put all this effort into developing or crafting your speech. You want to make sure that the people are actually listening to it. And then the last part that really stood out to me is when the author said, the author's name is Marjorie Lee North, when she says that practice does not make perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. I mean, there are 3 types of speech: the speech you prepare, the speech that you give, and then the speech that you wish you gave. And very rarely those 3 speeches are they the same. So, once you give the speech, all you really can do is just try to get better for next time. Don't dwell too much on the mistakes that you made. Definitely go and get feedback and look at the tape if at all possible to see where you can improve. But don't dwell too much on it. Don't beat yourself up about it, because there's no such thing as perfect. It's only progress. So instead of thinking practice makes perfect, think practice makes progress. It's easier to think of it that way, and you won't tear your hair out. Obviously, I have no hair to tear out, so I don't have that problem. I wish I had that problem, though. I used to have that problem. I used to have a lovely head of hair. And just over the years, it just, little by little, it just kept going away, and it wouldn't come back. I go to the barber every Sunday, basically to make it look like I have a serviceable hairline. And if I didn't go as often as I did, I'd look crazy. I'd look homeless all the time. It just wouldn't be a good look. But anyway, those are the 10 tips from Marjorie Lee North. article in the Harvard Extension School website. I put a link to the article so that you can look through it yourself. But those three things really stand out to me. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes progress. And you may want to make sure you don't read your speeches. And then don't worry about nervousness. Nervousness is just a sign that you care about what you're talking about. Until next time, take care. Oh, one other thing. One other thing. I just want to tell you about the course again. So again, if you missed the first part of this Facebook Live, my name is Neil Thompson. I founded an online platform called Teach the Geek, and the first offering is a course called Teach the Geek to Speak. And if you want to learn more about that course, you can go to teachthegeek.com. Again, that is teachthegeek.com. Okay, now I'm done. Take care.